And we have our countdown, and here we go. We're off.
Packie with an extremely speed-friendly board here to start. A lot of 0 and 1 drop clear opportunities, as well as some 1 bill clears, as we're already seeing from the defending champion, Packie, the March champion, taking Dimwit to 5 games and getting that win. The good news for Packie is he doesn't have to face Dimwit in this tournament, but there's some other people who might want to take him on. Let's take a look at Floyd's board. Floyd has a really good diverse board as well, maintaining a good diversity of colors on that top line. The early lead, though, to Packie, he's already up by almost double digits, actually by more than double digits. He's just playing wildly efficient.
Yeah, however, Floyd is about 10 seconds behind, so that might be contributing to it. However, Floyd trying to find anywhere to use reds right now, not very helpful of a color. While Packie just having to deal with opening that right side on the corner, and once he does that, it's free for all.
Floyd has a pretty clean board, just has that bit of a garbage, but he's cleared that out. He's got a clean board. But Packie right now playing out of his mind, might be out of here at under 90 seconds, and he will at a 127. Brilliant 8 as Floyd continuing to go to work here on this 8th stage.
Yeah, Floyd, it's mostly yellow that he needs, not getting that color right now. Everything else is, I think, set up for it to just go. There we go. That blue just disappears right away.
Great little drop combo by Floyd. He's just got 1 of each color, and he's out. He's going to be out at a 1 minute and 46 second pace. But Packie already up by a dozen here as Floyd enters 9.
Yeah, but Floyd can bring it back rather quickly as long as he gets some help from reds. That's basically his top line at the moment.
Floyd just trying to make do here. If he can clear that red out that's on the top of his 5th column, he can really start doing some stuff, but really just not getting any sort of favorable RNG. Trying to just absolutely process what he can with it. But this such a garbage-heavy board here so early on can really be disheartening.
And we're finally getting that red-yellow to trigger that combo on the left side for Floyd. Meanwhile, yeah. Packie just with almost half a dozen bars left, and now on 5-4, and it's basically everything is set up. It's just 1 more blue that he's going to get there, and those reds, and he will be out at about 3:02.
Packie defending his crown here, and he knows if he wins this, he's got to face Frank. Both these players know that is on the line here. So a huge match potentially for one of these guys as we cross pie time for Packie. We're almost at pie time for Floyd here as it's a 28 virus lead for Packie, and Packie's just playing with just brilliant efficiency right now.
Yeah, Floyd not too far behind right now, but Packie, and we know that he doesn't do a lot of mistakes. It might seem like pushing down that fast with Koji to get the mistakes here and there, but he knows what he's doing. He can see all the board at once and just figure out the best way to play it. Floyd getting stuck here, not getting that last red. He needs to get out of level 9, and here we go. It's out at 3:46.
But Packie has again established a lead of almost 30 viruses right now. Just playing damn near perfect. Pardon the language, but just playing phenomenally well. As it is 4 minutes and 15 seconds now for Packie. Floyd getting there. But Floyd having a really good start here to level number 10, minimizing that drop time. Really smart strategy as everything's clustered together. He can get some good clears. He's just got to get that RNG to cooperate, John.
Yeah, not a lot of blue on his top line opening there, those doubles, but the other blue that he has is covered right now by three red half pills. So yeah, I mean, Floyd going for those low drop combos, but right now he needs to just step it up because Packie is already out of level 10 at 458.
Yeah, and it's a speedrunner's paradise. If you're looking at Packie's board here, that big line all the way at the top of his board is brilliant. It gives you so many options to make zero drop clears. We're going to see a bracketing clear to get some garbage weighed down, but it is 44 viruses to go as Packie, in a bit of a danger right now, manages to get a big sweet tea and then drops it into another big combo. Huge play and another big combo drop. Already down to 32 viruses. Tucks that double yellow in to get another clear underneath. Packie is just playing out of his mind right now.
I mean, the fact that he was able to trigger that big combo and all that was left from that carnage was one half pill of garbage is just brilliant. I mean, Packie really has to be seeing those plays many pills beforehand, because otherwise they wouldn't drop that way.
Meanwhile, Floyd really trying to get through 10 here. He was really stuck with some red garbage up near the top of a spire on 1. And again, it's having garbage on those 1 and 8 columns really hampers you, because you don't have the flexibility you have with anywhere between 2 and 7.
Yeah, it's you have to play precisely into 2 and 7, and if there is something else that's on there, another virus that you have to clear, then you're going to be waiting for the right pill, and usually it won't come.
Meanwhile, Packie down to his final half a dozen viruses. Now they're all on the right side, so he's working on that. Floyd, thankfully, won't be getting lapped, but it does look like this is well in hand. But you can see the aggression on Floyd. He is really just holding that down piece and just kind of letting things work here, as he is playing very strongly through this 11 so far. And Packie out at a 7:04. He will take game number 1.
Okay, and I mean 7:04 is a hot time, tying Watchma's time from last month, and it's going to become a tied 4th hot time there for Packie. Amazing.
And Floyd going to take the top out here as we move on to our second game.
Floyd already saying, that was the bad game, and hopefully he can bring it back and bring this at least to a decider in when we get started with our game 2 very soon, as our players are already showing that they are ready.
Packie needs this to advance to semifinal Sunday. Floyd needs this to stay in it. Here we go, folks. Game number 2 here in this second of 4 quarterfinals we have for you. Coming up next, DM Hero and Savage Octagon. What I would argue is probably the second best match that we have out of these brackets. This being the first.
Yeah, definitely. In Savage Octagon already establishing herself as a giant killer there with the first time that Dimwit had been taken out on round 1. And I mean, anything can happen at this point. You already took one of the big threats out, and I guess that makes you a big threat yourself. So
absolutely. But right now, Floyd is maintaining a pretty close margin right now, only down by 4 viruses. As Packie's got a bit more sluggish RNG. He is doing some great work on those 1 pill clears. But Floyd is really starting to look up to open that right side here. He needs blues to do it. Not getting a lot of blues. In fact, getting that classic Packie double red surge as we hit the minute mark for both players.
Yeah, but getting the surge right on time there, Packie might... Oh, okay, I thought he would go for the fat lock there with the blues, but much more efficient to go there vertically. Just needing a couple of blues, or okay, a double blue there for a 127 out of level 8.
But Floyd not far behind, as he's just got a handful of viruses to get to. The big challenge point for him is that yellow virus, but he in the corner, but he's managed to clear that out and doing some great down press tucking as well. He's not going to be far behind. He just needs that last blue virus or blue pill. There he is out at 1:42. Packie has opened up the lead again to double digits, but Floyd a very speed friendly board on his end. A lot of 0 and 1 drop clears, and he's going to get this drop quad. Absolutely worth the half a second of drop time he had to incur.
Oh, I think Floyd tried to swim that double red all the way to the left. He wasn't able to, but it's not in a bad spot there. There's another red on column 2 that he will be able to use the other half for.
Floyd, a very bold player, and when you play on medium speed, you are afforded that a little bit. You can be a little bit more bold with your moves and try to swim things across the board. As we're seeing right now, because Floyd was down by double digits, now back, and he was within 4 at one point. His problem, John, is he has 1 yellow virus left, and it's not in the best of places.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of time to get to that yellow virus, and precisely showing there as he was wiggling that red-yellow, he didn't know where to place it because, yeah, there's really nowhere it works. So, yeah, just having to wait for some red and blue in order to open up, finally getting to that yellow virus. And meanwhile, Packie is out at 3:04.
And that spinning pill is very indicative of the fact that a player is thinking, much like, the spinning wheel on a Mac or a Windows computer. Sometimes, though, you don't have as much time as a computer to think. But anyways, we're at pie time for both players now. It is a pretty good board, but those yellows are the last thing that you need if you're Floyd. You're really looking to get that red out of the way first before you start addressing that blue. Thankfully for Floyd, he's going to get the right pieces to get out. He's out at 3.5 minutes. And unfortunately is now down by half a level as Packie has been torching level 10.
Yeah, Packie already half of a level done with half of the level. And now that you were mentioning that red blue that Floyd had at the end of level 9, it's funny how you would think that having that set up as a combo or both viruses very close would be helpful, but in the corners that doesn't help in the end game. So that's one thing that for those players that are getting started here and want to get some of the strats down, that's not a situation you want to be in, because unless you get the right pills, you're not going to get out of there fast enough.
Agreed. Look at this combo by Packie. Packie just playing these absolutely monster combos just to get separation on his board. He just needs a few more reds and he will be out. He just needs 2 more reds, and there's 1 and there's 2, and he'll go to 11 with 4 minutes and 44 seconds elapsed on his clock, and a great speed friendly 11 here for Packie.
I think Packie is just trying to get those hot times. That's basically the goal in Packie's mind. I don't think he even realizes that there's an opponent. The opponent is himself and his times at this point.
Don't tell that to Floyd.
No, I'm not saying that there's not an opponent. I'm just saying that Packie is blazing through this as if, whoever is on the other side really is not that important. And he just blazes through these games so brilliantly.
Floyd out at 5:20. He has managed to close the gap a bit here, only down by 20 viruses. But this may be out of hand, but Floyd gets the RNG and the plays right. He could very much come back from this. What he really needs right now, John, though, is reds.
Yeah, Packie getting slowed down a little bit there, having to maneuver around some reds that weren't coming around, but the moment that it does, then the board is open again. Floyd finally getting some reds and now getting his top line down as he likes to play.
It's 23-12. Floyd really staging an epic comeback here. Again, it's the need of reds that'll really start getting things going. He's going to drill down. He's going to get more double reds. He is now down to 17. It's 17-6. Packie just needs some more reds here. Floyd just trying to get what he can. We're about to see a quad combo, perhaps. And off he goes. He's down to 10. It's 3 for Packie.
Just a couple red pills for Packie to get out of this level and post the hottest time.
Finish at a 6:48.
No. Oh, by 4 seconds he wasn't able to get the hottest time, but that's another brilliant time.
And Floyd had a really good run unto himself as well. Packie just played it faster. That's sometimes how it goes. As Floyd just looking for 2 blues. There's 1. There's 2 at a 7:04, which is a great time. But when Packie posts a 6:48 like that, there's not a lot you can do.